But what just happened with this truck here?
That truck got stuck, and so the horses unstuck the truck.
For this, but was that truck, was it a Ford or
It was a Dodge.
So that's what happened to your last one?
It fell, and I said, I apologize, and he said, I'm calling security, and then I left.
Ooh, sprinkler, come up this hill and then up that hill. All right. So a week after getting back from Buring Man, I am heading out of Reno to Sacramento. I'm leaving here a day early, and I'm going to get to my next destination in San Benito a day late. And I'm doing that because I want to try and squeeze in a couple days in Sacramento. So I'm going to get some gas in Verdi. There's this campsite I'm going to. It's on the river, right on the Delta. It's weird, but they don't check people in before 3 p.m. So, whatever. All right, just got gas here at Gold Ranch in Verdi, and there's a car crash on the 80 going my direction. I just looked at it, and it is 7.5 miles away. It'll take about 45 minutes, so 45-minute delay in that 7.5 miles as we're kind of climbing up the hill. So one thing that's really neat about Verdi here in Nevada, right over here behind me is the Gold Ranch Casino. This is Nevada. There's slot machines and gambling and everything. And then right over here, this parking lot in this area, actually the parking lot is still Nevada, but that building way in the back over there is California. So you can buy California lottery tickets and stuff over there, like Mega Millions and Powerball, which is not offered in Nevada. So if you're like in Reno or Northern Nevada around here, you get a big Powerball jackpot. You can just drive here to Verdi. It's about 10 minutes out of downtown Reno, and you can hop on over there, and that's California. And they do tons of lottery. I know that because I've done that before when I lived here. The lottery gets really big and you want to be part of that big old jackpot, everybody comes here, and the line is insane on those bigger jackpot days. One thing about going no miles per hour is you get a really good sign of state border crossings. That sign needs to be replaced. It's a little faded. So, get back to California. I'm going to be welcomed with $5 a gallon gas prices. Traveling definitely gives you a different perspective on people's priorities and people's perceptions on things. I can't even really identify. I don't want to say the word politics. I don't want to get into that. But just a different perspective on life expectations, I guess, is a good way to say it. And what people deem as normal. It'll be interesting. Alright, so I just got checked into my campground here. I'm at the Shorewood Harbor in West Sacramento, California. And I really, really, really want to like this place. The service, they called, they had space, they gave me a confirmation call this morning. Like, they did a lot of things right. But when I got here, they walked the grounds with me, and they said, here's how you can get a spot. You know, they let me pick one out. They walked, you know, there's a guy that walked out the grounds. But the turning and the maneuvering, you're going up and down, and it is very, very hard to get in and get out and access. And then the guy said, like, the way that you get it is you got to go up, you go down, you turn around, you turn left, and then you go that way. And I'm like, what? And he goes, you get to your spot, you have to go a mile outside of the campground, go into the yacht club. Sorry, I'm doing this little 3-point turn in this thing. Go around the campground, go to the other side, and he just says, you go up, you turn left where you turn right, and then you get there. And I'm like, what? So anyways, and I asked him for a map, and he's like, oh, we don't have those here. And then he goes, and then you can't park where your truck is. You have to park in the upper level. There's no visitors. There's no guests that you can come in. There's no cars beyond this point. I mean, it was like, holy smokes. So I don't know why. So I've got to get down there. That's where my campsite is. And I disconnected. There's a Jeep right there. So I disconnected there. So I've got to go. This is a really narrow levee, by the way, a levee road here. So he says I got to go up a mile, and then I guess I'd take another ramp like this down by the yacht club. But that's where he said when you turn right, you go left, and then you go down, and then you go to your spot, which is down in this area over here. It's gonna be right there. Nowadays, you'd expect that there would be a map. Like, they gave me paperwork. I don't know why you just can't say a map. Say, here's where you go, here's where you turn in. Very difficult to understand, I guess. So this is where I turn right, so he says turn left. But if I turn left, that's the same way in which I came in. So I'm thinking I need to go down this way, because this is the Sacramento Yacht Club. But the gate's closed. Alright, I gotta figure this out. Alright, good morning. I'm getting ready to leave here from West Sacramento. I got my rig into the site here, which, as I was saying before, this campground can be challenging at times, to say the least. In order for me to get, hold on, let me show you this. In order for me to actually get up in here and all the way back to where the power and the sewer is, I basically had to drive in from this direction and then do a 3-point turn in between these trees, picnic tables, benches, and all that. And they have been watering, so it's muddy. I'm hoping that everything's going to be okay when I get out. So the good thing is, when I come out, I'll be able to just pull straight up. But, so to get out, you're going to have to make this tight turn, sprinkler, come up this hill, and then up that hill, and head on up over there. That's what I'm going to try and do, is just get all the way up there, and then I'm going to hook up at the top of the levee here. It's very narrow. I'm going to have to drive the rig up here, park, and then hook up the Jeep up here, because I am not interested in trying to get it all done down there and then towing. In case you slip, there's gravel, there's rocks. Not a very simple exit plan. This is one of those campgrounds where once you get here, it's really nice. It's quiet, it's secluded, it's small, but getting here is a pain. Really forgot how hot Sacramento can get. Let's see what happens. Just gonna go to the dump station. No problem getting it. Check the mirrors. Truck there. It's times like this where I do wish I had a smaller rig, but on the flip side, I kinda like my washer and dryer and my full-size fridge and the king-size bed and all the other stuff that comes along with it. So I think I'll just suck this one up. Okay, got all dumped. We're gonna climb this hill. All right, here goes nothing. All hands on deck. Oh, my ABS light is on. Check the mirror, check the side. Climb, climb, climb. Climb. Woo. Oh yeah. I think we got it. Time to go get the Jeep. Okay, I think I just did I did an oopsie. So it's one of those things where just because you've done it a million times still means that you got to check things twice. So anyways, I was doing my walk around right before I started driving off, and I got my 7 connections. Everything is good, and my cables here, my brake, emergency brake, lights, all that. But one thing I noticed is this was really tight. So my regular brake was attached to my emergency brake cable, and my emergency brake cable was attached to my normal brake. So this wasn't long enough. So as you start to go, the car didn't want to go. So I'm glad that I caught that, because that would have been bad. You can see how much it's creating tension on the wire here. So it's one of those things that I checked all of these and they all looked right. I need to get in the better habit of checking all of these. Well, good morning from Lake Nacimiento. Anyways, it's a really cool lake over by Paso Robles, maybe about 15 or 20 miles out of town. And today I'm wrapping up my trip in the Central California coast. So over the last several days or weeks or so, I've been up through Pismo Beach, Avila Beach, Paso Robles, now Lake Nacimiento, and I am heading back down toward home. back toward the Long Beach area. Stop in and pay a surprise visit to the staff and meet up with some friends there, and then we'll see. But I'm going to be going up through the Grapevine area and doing a harvest host tonight. While I'm heading down this way, I just kind of wanted to go over some of the highlights of this trip because I didn't really record like I was going to create a video, but there were some great highlights during the last couple of weeks that I've been here in the central coast of California. So when we were staying in Paso, we went over to Grover Beach. We just hopped on the e-bikes and went over to Grover Beach just to grab some drinks and stuff, get away from all the Pismo Beach touristy kinds of places and stuff. And we just happened to stumble upon a rodeo on the sand. But what just happened with this truck here? This truck what happened?
The truck got stuck, and so the horses unstuck the truck. There was 400 horsepower in the truck, but then we just needed 5 more horsepowers to get that baby unstuck.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but was it a Ford or
It was a Dodge, so that's we're gonna send this to Chevy.
All right, wait, we have another issue here, but this time it's a Chevy. He was trying to back up the trailer, and I think his problem is he stopped. He got stuck and then he stopped. You should have given it more gas. Okay, so they aired down the rear tires. Now they're airing down the trailer tires. But there are the shiny cowboys in white hats that are ready to come to the rescue in the event this doesn't work. These guys set this up during low tide, and now high tide is coming in, and the entire side. This entire side of the little arena thing is coming into the high tide. Truck is full now. They put all the cattle in there, so I'm going to see if they're able to get out without the assistance of real horses.
Some actual horsepower.
Yeah, some real horsepower. It looked like that did the trick. It's like wearing the tires down a little bit. The wheels were spinning a lot. They definitely were spinning. Is it over? Everyone seems to be leaving. Alright, about a half a mile away from the I-5 South. 169 miles to go. It's been a nice, smooth, easy ride so far. I just got off the phone with Big Sarge, another viewer who bought a Seneca, and he's heading off to one of his events. I didn't know where we were going. I didn't know what to do. Mark, who lives there, was showing me around, and we were just kind of looking at places. And he goes, "Hey, there's this concert going on at this winery," and we're like, "Okay, let's go." So never heard of these performers. Still to this day, I've never heard of them. Didn't recognize a single song. But a band named Spoon was the opener, and then Saint Vrain was the name of the headlining band, and it turned out to be a lot of fun. So, Mark, what did you get me into here?
Listen, I came here for Spoon and St. Vincent. I don't know what you came here for, but I came here for a good goddamn time.
Who the fuck is Spoon and St. Vincent?
I got a soju and soda. I got a cookie in my back pocket. Oatmeal, raisin.
I got a chocolate chip.
She likes chocolate.
Chip. So I guess these are our seats here, and not horrible, but we're just like one row back.
1, 2, 3.
Like we got to hop this but there's people there's people here, and
12 rows back. We've worked harder than this.
Yeah, we paid for lawn seats, but I guess the girl felt sorry for us, so she upgraded us to general admission, which is the pit, and then gave us these seats.
And we got seats. Yeah, we got general admission, pit.
Oh,
wristband.
And this guy here knows everybody in Paso. Knew the person at the bar that we went to beforehand. Knew the bouncer at the bar that we went to beforehand. Knew the people that were checking our tickets when we walked in. And knew the person who's been pouring our drinks all night.
She's a nice lady. I didn't pay for this one.
What happened to your last one?
It fell.
Fell where?
In the toilet room.
How?
I set it on the back of the butt hugger dispense machine, and it went underneath the stall, bounced up on the guy on the toilet next to me, and I was just peeing. I don't think he was. And then I said, I apologize, and he said, I'm calling security, and then I left.
I need new friends. You can find a link to an application for new friends in the description below. All right, Grapevine time. We're gonna be going up, up, and away. I don't know what the grade is and for how long, but I do know that it is going to be quite a challenge. It is already, because I got trucks passing trucks, and I'm trying to make sure that I maintain my speed and momentum. I think this is going to be like my third mountain range that I've climbed over. I did the Sierra Nevadas and the Colorado Rockies as well, and to very mixed results. But this is the time in other videos I said I wish that the rig just had a little more power, just like a little more. But I still seem to be doing all right with the well, compared to the other trucks. So we'll see. I shifted into mode 4, or the mode section on the Allison transmission. It's supposed to give a little more power and stuff, a little more get up and go. But I'm flooring it. I'm pedal to the metal right now at just about 35 miles an hour. My foot's starting to get tired. So while I am trying to climb this mountain, let me show you some photos of Lake Nacimiento, if I'm saying that right, that I took when we took out a little pontoon boat for the day. Mark, that's a boat in the mountain right there, right?
Yeah.
How'd it get there?
Well, it's a design firm out of San Diego, California, that we contracted. It was a 2-year build out, and
Okay, no, you're done. You're good. It's fine. I'm not gonna force you to make something up. It's going nowhere. I know.
someone.
Back here at the Grapevine, the lake is shaped like a dragon. So we were mostly up in the little dragon head kind of area, but as you saw, the water was like really low. It's down to about, I think they said 10 to 12%, but I was told that it also fills up very fast. So it might drop very fast, but it fills up very fast because it has a lot of sources of other water that comes and fills it up. And speaking of lakes, I think there's a Pyramid Lake up here at the top of the Grapevine. Alright, we made it to the top. Now we gotta come back down. Up, and then look at my little screen there. It says steep hill downward ahead. I've said before that going down sometimes is even more stressful than going up, because going up, all you're doing is just putting your foot on the gas. Going down, you really got to manage your speed, watch your brakes, your air, and everything else. So here we go. Everyone coming up. So I'm getting into the Pasadena area, 26 miles from my destination, and I am in some LA traffic. I do not miss LA traffic. Let me tell you. I'm still in traffic. I don't think it ever goes away. I think it just gets bad or it gets worse. Alright, almost to my exit here in Whittier at the Harvest Host. And guess what? Traffic. Traffic. Okay, so this Harvest Host, they close at 5, so they say if you get in before 5 to park in the back or on the side, temporarily, and then at 5 when the antique place closes, then you can move into the front where it's all more lit and everything. So I'm getting in at 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to park temporarily, hang out for a couple hours,
turn left at the traffic light,
and then move again. I'm gonna put it into my other. I'm just gonna go into normal. It's called King Richard's. Okay, so I didn't record any of this because it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, like a disaster. These tight turns and things. I'll put some images up on Street View of the location. But basically what they're saying is the parking lot will be open by 5 when the business closes, so you can go in at 5 and you can park. It says it's good for like 65 feet or over, which I don't think it was. It also says you gotta wait somewhere else until the place closes, or you can wait in the back, but I couldn't find the back. It was just not good. We've always talked about going with your gut, going with your instinct, and I just looked at this place and I said, I can't stay here tonight. I just don't, especially because I'm packing up and I'm going to leave the rig and then I'm going to come back. I just didn't feel safe with it being there. I hopped back onto Harvest Host and Boondockers Welcome, found another spot in Garden Grove. So I hit them up and they accepted my stay, so I'm heading that way instead. Feeling much better about this one. It's not like a business or anything, it's a Boondockers site, so I'm excited about that. And now I just gotta get there. Okay, so this is my Boondockers Welcome spot here, just in this little neighborhood. And what's nice about it is very, very close to the bar. So